In today's top stories of the day, the Gaza Health Ministry reported that the death toll from Israel's invasion has reached 45,059, with 31 fatalities in the last 24 hours. Over 107,000 people have been wounded since October 7, 2023. Hamas indicated that a ceasefire and hostages deal is achievable if Israel stops imposing new conditions. Reports suggest Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is heading to Cairo for ceasefire talks, with a deal anticipated in the coming days. Israeli forces have arrested Palestinians across Hebron, Nablus, Ramallah, Bethlehem and East Jerusalem, including 2 children, bringing the total number of arrests in the West Bank and East Jerusalem since the war's onset to over 12,100. Israel's Defense Minister Israel Katz announced plans to treat Gaza similarly to the West Bank, enabling unrestricted Israeli military operations, detentions, and targeted assassinations. Meanwhile, Al Jazeera reported attacks in Rafah, Nuseirat and northern Gaza, where Palestinians remain trapped without access to basic necessities. Kamal Adwan Hospital faces escalating threats as Israeli forces reportedly planted explosive traps in its surroundings. The Gaza Civil Defense Agency revealed that 92 of its members have been killed and over 300 injured in Israeli attacks, with 18 civil defense sites bombed and destroyed, crippling rescue efforts in the Strip. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif announced that the number of Pakistanis killed in last week's Greek shipwrecks has risen to 5. The tragedy occurred off Greece's Gavdos Island, where rescue operations saved over 130 migrants, though many remain missing. PM Shehbaz extended condolences and recounted past migrant tragedies. In the National Assembly, PMLN leader Rana Sanaullah invited the PTI to engage in political dialogue amid strained relations. PTI leader Ali Muhammad Khan welcomed the gesture, demanding justice for 12 PTI supporters reportedly killed during the November 24 protests, emphasizing their constitutional rights under Article 9. Meanwhile, in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa's Parachinar, 8 flights landed as clashes in Kurram district claimed at least 130 lives since November. Faisal Edhi, chair of the Edhi Foundation, visited the region, pledging medical and food supplies through Edhi Air Ambulance to assist stranded residents. In Riyadh, Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi met Saudi counterpart Prince Abdulaziz bin Saud to strengthen security cooperation, reinforcing long-standing ties between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia. Meanwhile, Japan pledged $28 million in grants to Pakistan for maternal child health and post-flood recovery in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. This support comes as maternal mortality remains a pressing issue, with a woman dying every 50 minutes due to pregnancy complications. For more updates, follow Dawn News English.